Should you use automated webinars or live webinars to attract more customers, clients, or patients? That's the question that we're going to answer in today's episode of One-to-Many Selling Secrets Revealed. Hi, I'm Dave D from DaveD.com, where we help you attract more customers, clients, and patients in less time and with less effort by mastering the art and science of one-to-many selling. So a question I always get asked is, Dave, should I have an automated webinar or should I do a live webinar to attract more customers, clients, or patients? Well, the answer isn't that simple. There are benefits to both. So with an automated webinar, obviously you only have to do it one time and then it plays 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With a live webinar, you typically get more people to show up, more people to stay, and higher conversions. Now, the negative of an automated webinar is, number one, the opt-in rates for cold leads are typically pretty low, and the show-up rate is even lower, and the people who stay on the automated webinar for the entire time is low as well. It's just the nature of the beast. The negative about doing live webinars is, well, you got to do them, right? You got to do it live. You got to block off time on your calendar. And then, of course, you have the pressure. And also there can be technical problems. So what should you do? Well, the answer is you should actually do both. Let me give you the model that works the best. The first thing is that you should have what I call a short form webinar. This is a webinar that's anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes long. And that is where you're going to drive traffic to. And people are going to come to a landing page. They're going to give you their name and their email address in order to watch this webinar. They immediately are redirected to the next page where there's a video of the webinar that plays. The huge advantage of this is that your opt-in rate is going to be a lot higher than with a traditional automated webinar. Also, you're going to get more people to consume the content because it's so short. See, a cold prospect will watch a 12 to 20 minute video when they're more than likely not going to sit through an hour to 75 minute to 90 minute webinar. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but this is what's working great right now. So now you might be wondering, well, wait a minute, Dave, then when would I ever do a live webinar? Here is what you should do. You should absolutely, positively do a live webinar to your unconverted leads at least once a month. Why? Because this is going to be your ultimate conversion machine. Nothing converts better than a live webinar. So every month, you're going to send out an invitation sequence to a webinar, a live webinar to your unconverted leads. And you're going to do a feature-length webinar, which can be anywhere from 60 minutes all the way up to 90 minutes plus. Because it's live, and if you structure it properly in the way that I teach, people will stay on it. And because they stay on to the end, your conversion rate, whether that means them scheduling an appointment with you or buying your product, dramatically goes up. Also, because you can really interact with your participants, with your audience, your conversion rate goes up. I had a financial advisor who was just getting started doing these webinars, and he only had 7 people show up for his webinar. But guess how many he closed? He closed 5 out of the 7. So it was really a great webinar for him, and he has just got it started with it. Why? Because he could really, truly interact. Oh, by the way, he was super smart, and he followed up with the 2 people that did not schedule an appointment, and guess what? They scheduled an appointment as well. And all 7 stayed on until the very end. Here's what's exciting about this model. Number one, you're going to attract a lot more leads with a short form webinar. And by the way, that does have a call to action at the end, whether that call to action is to schedule an appointment with you or whether that call to action is to go to a sales letter to get more information about the product or service that you're selling. But because it's short, it's going to be consumed at a higher level, and you're collecting the contact information. So now you have the person, you know that they're interested in the topic. And then when you do your live webinar once a month, more and more and more people will start showing up for it, and your conversion rate will start going up as well. So the answer to the question is that you absolutely should be doing both. If I had to choose one, I would choose the live webinar because the conversion rate is just so much better. So hopefully you got a lot of value from this video. I'd love to read your comments below, your thoughts on this. So please enter them below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up and also click the alert button so you don't miss any of the videos I create for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again next time.